What's up, guys? It's your boy Santos the Destroyer back at you with another What If. I know that's two in a day. What can I say? I've just been on the double grind. This What If, I promise you, and I'll say this about all of them, but this one may actually be able to shake Naruto to its core. And that's what if is. What if Gaara and Naruto were blood brothers? As in, they were twins. They're both the children of Kushina and Minato. Before we get into it, there's things I must explain. Yes, there will still be a quote unquote Gaara, who is the brother of Tamari and Conqueror. I just haven't decided on a name for this character yet. I will also give Kushina the nature release of Earth Style to help plot develop and stuff. And yes, since Naruto is the reincarnation of Ashura still, even though he has a twin brother, and as the QB, I'm giving Gaara some powers to make it like supplemental. I'm giving him magnet release because of Kushina's Earth release, and we know that nature release is a hereditary, so Minato has lightning, Kushina has Earth. Let's just say Gaara, mix it up together, Gaara gets magnet. And another special ability. So our story begins with two children being born, Naruto and Gaara, the twin sons of Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. Gaara inheriting his mother's red hair and Naruto inheriting his father's blonde hair. Minato still seals half of the nine tails inside of Naruto and the other half inside of him as per the canon. As the boys grow up and mature, Naruto is seen as the much more outgoing of the two. Even though Naruto is shunned by the village, he always had a best friend with him, his brother, Gaara. He never felt truly alone. Naruto and Gaara always train with each other, and due to Gaara in this timeline, compared to the canon, not having his ultimate defense, he's used to getting hit, used to getting hurt, used to seeing his blood, so he doesn't have that massive freak out that he did in the canon against Sasuke. My blood! It's so wet and warm! Something like that. So, when they entered the academy, Gaara was seen as a prodigy of sorts. And Naruto, you know Naruto. You know his body, kids. He was dead last, unfortunately. Because of poor chakra control, and Gaara had amazing chakra control because no QB, and his parents are basically insane. His dad, Minato, is pretty much it's like high Kage level. So eventually, when all the girls decide who to fawn over, they all like, oh my gosh, Sasuke's so cute, whatever. They like Sasuke, but also Gaara. I mean, he's a relatively attractive boy. He has like nice red hair. They don't make fun of it. He like nice red hair, stoic blue eyes. And the contrast, they say the contrast is what gets them, but Gaara, like in canon, he's really shy about his attention. He wants to be alone or with his brother. So by the time the academy's all said and done, Gaara and Sasuke are just neck and neck for Rookie of the Year. But Sasuke, like in canon, takes it, but barely over Gaara. It's close. Naruto fails, like in canon. He's still tricked by Mizuki to seal the skull of ceiling. So, Gaara's asleep. Gaara wakes up in the middle of the night for whatever reason. You can make up any reason to think that Gaara will wake up in the middle of the night. And Naruto's not in his bed. So Gaara, in a panic, just goes out and looks for him. Finds him in the forest, where Naruto learns why the people hate him as an inner demon. Gaara also learns this as well. And then Iruka comes. Iruka does this thing. Naruto sees that other people other than his brother care about him, and he just starts to develop bonds. Sees Iruka as a father. And then does his first multi-shadow clone jutsu. Beats up Mizuki, and Gaara says that my brother is really strong. Now everyone will know his true strength. So, compared to the original timeline, since Naruto has like a training partner, as a brother, he's gotten slight buffs to his overall stats, but nothing so extreme to to the point where it's groundbreaking. And you can't really compare this Gaara to the canon Gaara because their skill sets are totally different. But I'll give like a basic rundown of the abilities. So Naruto has his Shadow Clone Jutsu, Raw Taijutsu, and the Nine Tails. Gaara has Iron Sand. He keeps it sealed and like scrolled upon his wrist so he doesn't have to carry it with him so it's not an inconvenience. More refined taijutsu than his brother. Shadow clones, but he can't make as many as his brother, but he can still make a lot. A special ability that will keep hidden until a certain time. And he's a proficient at like sealing things. So everything goes on. We move on to the night before the selection of the team. So Naruto's graduated, and Naruto and Gaara are both talking to each other, hoping they can be on the same team. At that same time, though, Lord Hokage Hiruzen writes a written statement about changing the teams up. So the morning selections arrive. Team 10's the same. Team 8 won't have Shino, but it will have Hinata, Kiba, and Sakura. Team 7 is Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Gaara Uzumaki. I know it's not normal for there to be just a total 3-man cell just full of 3 men and no Kunoichi, but for the sake of argument, let's just say Naruto and Gaara were thrown in because of A, how well they work together, they're brothers or twins, insane teamwork, and B, Kakashi keep control of the Nine Tails, and his brother's there just for auxiliary backup, and maybe Gaara could be used to like motivate Sasuke because he's the most powerful rival. Any number of things, and Sasuke's there because the Sharingan similarities. So then we flash forward to where they meet on the roof, and they talk about the goals. Naruto's goal is to become Hokage, become really recognized by everyone in the village. Sasuke's goal is still the same, to kill a certain man who we later learn out is Itachi Uchiha, his brother. Gaara's goal is basically just to protect his brother, look out for him, and help him achieve his own goal. Now we go to the bell test. At first, it goes on like canon. Each one tries to makes their own attempt for the bells, but after some time and Kakashi using a certain jutsu on Naruto, Gaara gathers his teammates and decides they need to work together and formulate some sort of a plan in order to grab the bells, because clearly they weren't going to work on their own. Sasuke does not like this idea because, he's Sasuke and wants to do it on his own with his own strength, but since he has respect for Gaara, as he sees Gaara as a rival, he's willing to relinquish his pride at least a little bit and be like, take a step back and okay, I will agree with you just this once. So Gaara comes out of the forest making wild swipes at the bells with his iron sand. Naruto makes clones to blitz Kakashi. So Gaara's coming at him from one side, Naruto and his clones are coming at him from another. Sasuke jumps out the forest, large fire style fireball jutsu, right at the ground. Same time, Gaara throws out smoke bombs. Everything, all up in smoke. Now, mind you, no one can see right now, so basically they're all making wild grabs for the bells because the Sharingan cannot see through obstructions such as smoke. Once Kakashi emerges from the smoke, Sasuke's closing him on top, Gaara and Naruto from each side, but as soon as they do that, time's over for the bell test. But ultimately, Kakashi normally would fail them, because they didn't get the bells, but he passes them because of their teamwork, and then goes over the Obito principle, where those who break the rules are regarded as scum, but those who would even leave one comrade behind are regarded as worse than scum. Now we cut to the Land of Waves arc. So after a series of uneventful D-rank missions, the Land of Waves begins. Hiruzen calls them to escort Tazuna to the Land of Waves. Everything goes the same as in canon. Gaara's the one to notice the puddle. He and Sasuke spring to action. Naruto has the back seat right now, which is kind of infuriates him because he wants to be in the midst of the action. He wants to show that he's powerful and capable as well. So when he finds the bunny, he's a little bit too excited and almost gets his head clean cut off by the executioner's blade. And then Mist rolls in. Zabuza. So both Gaara and Naruto are just paralyzed with fear by Gaara's raw bloodlust and killing intent. Sasuke's not affected because of the Uchiha clan massacre, but when they eventually gather their resolve, and Kakashi still gets trapped in the water prison, they do a similar plan towards missing canon, except just Gaara's just there, but it still works out the same. So Zabuza and Kakashi's battle resumes, and he's about to kill Zabuza until Haku shows up. I said to take a deep breath about Haku, just call me lacking that day. So basically, Team 7 escorts Tazuna back to his house. Then Kakashi regains his strength. Everybody regains their strength. Kakashi has set out training for them. So they learn the tree walking. In canon, Naruto's the last one to get it. So he practices all night. Meets Haku in the morning. They have to talk about people precious to him. Naruto talks about his brother. And maybe Sakura. I don't know if he'd had the same feelings for her, as he didn't really spend that much time with her. But and Haku's like, yeah, when you finding someone precious, you're protecting them. Find someone precious to you and you protect them, that's when your true strength comes out. So Naruto rests up because of chakra exhaustion. Next day, Team 7 and Tazuna go back out until they're ambushed by Zabuza and the Hunter Nin, who they don't know is Haku. As per canon, Kakashi and Zabuza square off, So now, rather than it being Naruto and Sasuke versus Haku, it is Naruto, Sasuke, and Gaara versus Haku. Even though it's a 3v2, this is still an extremely difficult fight because Haku, by all rights, is basically high Chunin and not Jonin level at that point. So, all of them are still gravely injured. And it comes to a point where Gaara has to make a difficult choice. Because Haku throws Senbon at both Naruto and Sasuke, and he only protect one of them with his Iron Sand, protect them fully. Because Haku's just transferring the mirrors, throwing them from every direction. So he jumps in front of his brother, protects his brother, takes all the Senbon in front of Naruto. That are in Naruto's way. Protects Sasuke with the Iron Sand, which crumbles after Gaara's hit. Naruto and Sasuke look with their fallen comrade. Naruto his brother. Sasuke is dear rival and friend. And they both snap. That's where I'm going to leave it off right now. Thank you guys for listening to it. I hope you like, share, and subscribe if you want more content like this. And Santos the Destroyer is out.